Hey, this is Josh with JNT Construction here on our addition project. So YBC installed sales installer insulation. Let me run you through the process. First, they install this membrane on the walls. Now, this fabric allows the walls and the insulation to still breathe, but it also holds in our insulation that they installed. Now, the insulation is a loose fill insulation, but it's also a stationary product. So whenever they fill it in, you can see it's kind of rigid. It won't settle like previous blown-in insulations in the past, but it also gives us a good R value. The added bonus of the insulation is it actually fills in behind all of our electrical boxes, which in the past we always ended up with voids, and then you'd notice you went to plug something in the wintertime, you'd have a cold spot around your electrical boxes. You no longer have that problem. Another added bonus with this insulation is you now maintain the new current code, which is an R23 insulation value. In the past, it was an added bonus for us, but now we can bring everything up to code without having to buy more expensive products. It's also a lot less labor intensive on us, and the cost is very comparative to using a standard conventional product compared to using this. It's actually almost cheaper to go with this product on our new builds. This product's actually made by CertainTeed, and it does a great job for us. So since we're talking about insulation, we need to talk about another important thing. That would be ventilation in this project. So once we install our drywall ceiling, YBC will come back. They will do an insulation overblow with the same product to maintain our insulation value in our ceiling. Now, the problem is if they blow their insulation down to the bottom and they fill that void up to the roof, we will no longer get airflow to our ridge vents. So what we do to fix that problem would be install baffles from the eave up past where their insulation is going to be. So as you can see in this project, we installed the Accuvent baffles. That will provide airflow from the bottom and leave us a good 1.25 inch air gap going up through past where their insulation will be to allow airflow. That will stop your shingles from prematurely failing in the future from being overbaked from too much heat in the attic. So here we are in the basement again. For the last time with our conversation, we had to install that R-board insulation, and then we did our framing on top. So we're getting the R23 value insulation like we did upstairs, but then with the foam board, it actually provides our thermal break and it provides a moisture barrier in our basement. Then they install their insulation. Above, what we do is we have to still insulate that rim board, but we can't do a blown-in insulation there. So then they install an R38 batt insulation in between every joist cavity. That gives our rim board insulation value up to the proper depth. So in the garage here, we did the same insulation like we did in the house, the R23 and the blown-in. This is actually going to be a heated space for the homeowner. So it will be fully finished, drywall, paint, just like the interior of the house. So we did the same insulation, and along with that, we also had to install the baffles for your ventilation, just like I talked previous. So that's pretty much it for the insulation. Next time, we're going to start on siding and be moving into drywall and all that kind of stuff. So stay tuned.